Good morning, friends. This is Gautham Kolluri from CIP Study Abroad. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and previously worked in Conestoga College and Mohawk College as the International Students Recruitment Officer. Welcome to our daily live QA session. Starts at 9 a.m. and this is a 24/7 omnipresent Zoom office. We always have people here. I'm here usually around 9:30 till 1 o'clock. So if you have any questions regarding study and visa applications, feel free to join. So I was just talking to Sohini, one of our Facebook group members here, and I just wanted asked her a few minutes of her precious time this morning to share her journey. Sohini, welcome to our live session. And I just wanted a few minutes with you because it's not always, it's not easy to get PhD fully funded, and you are doing your PhD. So congratulations. So you probably have an awesome profile. Sorry. Yeah. So like, where are you from, and few words about about your journey and how were you able to get into? You're in McGill, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. Yeah. Please, can you just briefly about yourself and your journey?
Yes, of course. So, hello everyone. This is Sohini. I have my undergrad and master's from India. I did both of them in microbiology, and I wanted to
Microbiology. Okay. Which city are you from?
Kolkata. But
You're from Kolkata, West Bengal. Okay.
Yes, great. So I'm from Kolkata, and during my so I had a lot of internships and research experience before I started applying for my PhD. My initial target was to I needed something which was fully funded in terms of your tuition and your stipend. It's not a lot, but it's something international students need because it gets very difficult otherwise. So what I did was I approached the supervisors or the PIs in McGill directly. We always tend to go for departments that are directly under our stream. So I started with microbiology, but then there are other departments as well that work on interdisciplinary projects that you should definitely apply to, and that's what happened for me. So I did not find a position at microbiology. However, I got accepted for parasitology, and I have been, since the time you get accepted, you also have the opportunity to apply for external funds and fellowships. And that's what I did. Also for Quebec, specifically, if you guys are looking for McGill, you also have scholarships from the Quebec government that takes care of your tuition fees. So your tuition fee gets reduced to the tuition fee that the local or the residents from Quebec pay. So that reduces your burden a lot. And you also have funding sources that come from the university. So from McGill, which are for international students, which is something that you need to keep your eyes open and you need to just keep applying. And overall, that's what happened to me. I was just kept applying till the time I found someone who was able to fund me, and I had a great project to work on, which I'm very thankful for. So yeah, overall, it has been a bumpy but a very exciting ride at McGill.
That's interesting. So, what was the research project? What you connected with the professor, and what is the research project you're currently working on?
So I work on drug resistance. So we know with so much usage of drugs like antibiotics, antimycotics, so there's increased drug pressure and there is resistance that cannot be treated anymore. And we're looking for alternate treatment strategies, more amount of surveillance all over to get the situation better. So that's what I work on. I work on Dirofilaria emitus. So this is a worm that affects wild animals. And also domesticated animals like dogs and cats and stuff. And so my project is to try and understand how the resistance is occurring in these animals and what we can do, how to improve the treatment strategies.
That's very interesting. I'm actually a general physician by education. My wife as well. Yeah, so my wife is very much into natural healing, even though she's a general physician, and she's very strict about not giving antibiotics unless it is a dire situation and there's no other option. So that's very interesting. So how long when did you start trying, and it really takes a lot of effort from from the students to get into it. So how long uh, you know did it
So
take you? When did you contact your professor? So, guys, just to remind you, top universities do not work with consultants for PhD and research programs, postdoctoral. So you have to contact directly the professors. We cannot facilitate your admission process, approval process. We can only assist you with the visa process. So, when did you start, and how long did it take for you to get the approval?
I started pretty early. So I started almost like 6 months before I was done with my degree. I took my TOEFL, I took my GRE exam. GRE was not required for McGill, at least for the particular course that I was applying to. But I just had it in hand so that, if I wanted to change my school, go for like Toronto U of T, or even apply for the States, I needed a GRE score. So I had those at least 6 months before I started applying. So when I started applying, I already had the scores in hand. And for in terms of application, it's just your CV and your transcripts that you keep emailing these profs and asking if they have a position and if the position is funded. And then if you're selected and if you're lucky that the person is accepting students, you get an interview call, and then basically you have to sell yourself at the interview. And if
You
you
make it sound so simple. I've had students who were trying to get fully funded scholarships for research for years, 2 years, 3 years, and didn't work out. I'm glad
it is
that you
it
it
is
didn't work out. It's because see, Canada has very limited scholarships and fully funded research projects. The first priority they usually give it to the permanent residents and Canadians, and then only to the international students. So how many people like you are there in your department? Like, do you see a lot of internationals in McGill, especially in your department?
Yeah, we have a lot of international students, and the thing is, people do accept offers that are partially funded, so they cover their tuitions by themselves, and they have a stipend coming up. So for masters, I think it's feasible because it's 2 years, and you still, if you have somebody back home supporting you, it's doable. But for PhD, if you have a long journey of like 4.5, 5 years, it kind of gets very difficult, and also you're in
It
that
is
age.
difficult.
Yes.
Exactly, exactly. And one interesting thing I wanted to check in. So this year, Quebec actually made serious changes, and it is now mandatory for international students who are studying in Quebec to also graduate with B2 level of French. So this is a new regulation. So starting from this September, international students will be required at the time of graduation to also pass, complete French with a minimum of B2 French. So most of the private colleges and also some publicly funded colleges, which were working with international students, have actually stopped Quebec. So that's an interesting change, but you're lucky you don't have to do that. So from September, all international students, apart from, aside from their programs, they will also have to study French, and they will have to graduate with B2. So, but good. But how is Canada, right? Comparatively, you first time I think you're traveling abroad. So how was it justified coming all the way? Do you like the country? Do you like the people out here? How do you feel the country? Was it welcoming to you?
Oh yeah, Canada is, well, I love the people here. I love the culture. I love, but mostly I would say the work that I do, which keeps me, which takes most of my time, and the friends that I've made here. It's a mixture of like people coming from different parts of the world, and you get to learn so much from so many different people, so many different cultures, and it's beautiful. And I think people for Canada are amazing. They are so sweet. They're so kind. They are so courteous. And I think that's one of the best part of Canada, especially Montreal. I mean, Montreal is the food, the culture, the everything here is just amazing. So I do,
It
I
is.
like this.
I love Montreal. It is such a beautiful place. And true, Canadians, as you said, Canadians are so courteous. They are so well mannered. And I don't think you see that anywhere, even if there is a person like when you're come entering an office building or something, they hold your door and wait for you to come in, right? And
Yes.
Canadians, I think probably there's always a joke. We always say, we probably so many times we say please and thank you. Right, so interesting. Well, thank you very much, Sohini. And just to give a back, Sohini is one of our Facebook members, and she applied for a parents visitors visa. Unfortunately, she's not taking her services. She's done it. Parents visitors visas. Two things are very important: ties to home country and financial assets are very important, right? Finances and assets. So, guys, please do not. You should have liquid funds, right? Fixed deposits are good, but again, it should only it can be a certain amount, but make sure that you have liquid funds which are readily available. 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, you should keep it, and not fixed deposits. Majority of the funds should not be fixed deposit because they are financial investments. Even though it makes sense, you can always break the FD and do it, but again, it is always advisable to have liquid funds which are readily, which can be spent here after coming, because you are a student, you don't really have strong financials, so it is important to show strong financials of your parents. So I hope it works out. Please let me know if you need to, our services. I'll connect you with Shivani from my team. And guys, one more thing. Sohini, last time she contacted me and I advised her to apply for the GCMS notes, and she received in just 7 days. So this is very good. IRCC is really speeding up a lot of things. 7 days. Usually they do it in 30 days, but she received in 7 days. So that is so nice. So guys, if you had any refusals, right, for your study visa, for your visitors visa, or your dependent visa, please apply for the GCMS notes. It will really help you understand the reason for the refusal, so that you will be able to resubmit your application based on the facts of your previous refusal, and you can justify it, and you'll have a higher chances of your visa approval. Okay, so thank you very much, Vicky. If you need any help, please, as you know, 9 to 12, I'm always here. You can jump in. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good
You're
day.
welcome. Thanks for sharing your journey as well. Take care. Bye. So, so kindly request all the people who have joined the Zoom meeting to post a short message, your name and the city you are from. So, Hetvi and Divya. Hetvi Patel.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Hetvi. Kem cho?
Majawan.
Where are you from, Vicky? Which city in Gujarat are you from?
I'm Surat.
You're from Surat. Okay.
Yes.
Are you from CIP, Hetvi?
Actually, one of my friends suggested this. So, yeah, that's why I'm here.
Okay, you need some help. Yes. So I'm probably the only legal consultant, RCIC here in Canada, who provides free consultation to students every day, Monday to Friday, from 9 to 12. Usually I lock around 12 o'clock, and 1 o'clock we finally end it. We try to help our students. Money is not everything, and we always try to do our best here. So this is Vicky. I've shared you. This is our WhatsApp group link. This is a Facebook
Yes,
group link.
I already joined.
You are already. I'll give you a Gujarat group as well.
Okay.
Good, many people in Gujarat group. So where are you studying, and where are you? Are you in Canada or in India?
Yes, I'm in Canada. Actually, the thing is, I completed my first course, which is in the Cambrian College, Sudbury. Now I'm moving, like, shifted here in Toronto. So now I'm staying here only. So the thing is, when I before I came here, I got 2 rejections, and on the third time visa approval, the college has provoked my admission. So I have to apply for another college, and I already emailed the IRCC that this situation happened to me, and they
When did you
were
come,
like,
Hetvi? When did you come to Canada?
last October, 11th October
Last
22.
October, 11th October, and your intake was January intake, January 23
No,
intake.
no, my intake start 31st October in
31st of
Cambrian
October
College. Yeah.
in Cambridge. Yes, they have some different intakes. Okay.
Yes. So I came here like this, but I got a study permit written my the previous college. It's a Canada college. And the present college is the Cambrian College, which I study the first course, whole course. So I emailed the IRCC and they said that they will update my information is up to date. So
Yes,
they will
it is
update
called
on the
DLI. It is called DLI, Betty. So when your visa was approved for
yeah.
Canada College and the program was closed or your decision came in late, then you went to Cambridge College. You will have to update the DLI before coming in. So you updated the DLI. Okay. Next, क्या हुआ उसके बाद?
Yeah. So the thing is, but I still got the study permit, says the Canada College. And I consulted with the I consulted in my college, and they said to me that anyhow you are doing the second course, so it will not affect on your work permit. Now the
So this is your
situation is
second course also in Cambridge College. Okay. Now the situation.
no,
Yes.
not the Cambrian College. I got admission in the Canada College, Toronto.
फिर से
Started
वापस Canada में आ गए.
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll start from this September. So now the thing is, I got the my job in my field. It's a construction
Okay.
field. So
That
what
is
I'm
nice.
thinking is, yeah, what I'm thinking is, I don't want to continue study, because if I extend the study permit, I cannot do the 40 hour per week. So now I'm confused. What should I do? Like the situation you already know. So, but I have the same study permit, says the Canada.
Okay. So मैं आपको I'll connect you with Shivani ji from my team. But remember, Betty, why are you here in Canada? Right? What is the final aim? Why are you here in Canada? You are here in Canada to get your PR.
Yeah.
You are here to study, work, and live. Okay. So that is the final aim. Now assess your current eligibility. Right? So what is your eligibility? आपको कैसे PR मिलेगा? PR कैसे मिलेगा आपको? So that is what you have to primarily decide before going all this. आपको पता रहना चाहिए. PR कैसा है, path क्या है? You have to plan. So guys, remember, no country will guarantee PR for everybody who's coming here. Right? If you take Australia, Canada is one of the few countries where they have an immigration mandate. IRCC Canada wants to bring in almost about 5 lakh people here, 500,000. But again, you have to plan things and you have to understand what is the criteria. Otherwise, you will not get your PR, right? More than this year, 2022, 5 lakh international students, and from the 5 lakhs, 3 lakhs are from India who came to Canada. So you have to plan better. Do you understand PR कैसे मिलेगा?
Yes.
कैसे मिलेगा?
So the thing is, like now the CRS point is like 495, right? So
486.
So as per my calculation, I have 3 years of experience in the construction field back to my home country. I already did masters, and if and I have
criteria Betty
the
is
feedback.
English. Okay.
So
Criteria is English. आपको you have to focus on your PR as a priority. Rest of the things will fall in place later. So what is I'm telling you real situations. Okay. We had a student who was promised a job, and then employer said, sorry, the student went ahead and applied for PGWP. And then after the student received PGWP, he went to the employer and he said, yeah, this is my PGWP. He said, sorry, no job. I had students, after starting 3 or 4 months, they were fired off. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens now, we are getting the postgraduate work permit in 2 weeks. So if you submit your postgraduate work permit now, you will get it in 2 weeks. So what happens if you are, so your duration will be only 12 months. What happens if you're fired? Third, I had students who got health issues, right? They had to take leave. I had a student who met with an accident. I had a student whose parents got sick, met with an accident in Gujarat. Se ye वापिस से लौटा. He could not even go to his parents. They were in intensive care unit for almost a few weeks and he didn't go. I had a student whose parents got very sick with COVID and he had to leave everything and go. Thankfully, government extended at the time and employer supported with an LMIA. It worked out. Third, I had a student whose father passed away and he could not go for his father's funeral. So this is exactly, these are the risk factors what you will be in as well.
Yeah.
And IRCC ka scores are very high. Now we have targeted draws. So what is happening? IRCC will pull in all the 5 high-skilled occupations. For example, previously there were about 15,000 ITAs issued. Everybody, it was no, it was all program draws. Now from this 15,000, about 15, 2,000 or 3,000 will be IT professionals or healthcare professionals or the other professionals from this. So the CRS score will be high.
Yes.
And your English, you don't even have English IELTS general as of now.
Yes.
So अगर आपको IELTS में कम बैंड आए तो क्या होगा? आपका CRS score, what you're calculating is only an assumption.
Yes.
So in your situation, I would not do that. The stakes are high. When you have a 3 years, unless you already have, for example, we had one student, very nice student, Kautalya from South Telugu. So he already had 470 uska points tha. He already had his IELTS 8777 and higher. And he was short, so he came and studied HR program in York University, which gave him additional 15 points, and he already received ITA under the FSW, and he applied this for his PR. You don't have any of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So be careful, think about it. I've seen so many students who had to return back. So be careful and think about what you're doing. If I was in your place, I would go for the second program. Take it slow because things are not going to be easy. There are more people coming to Canada because Australia is very difficult. UK is a small island. They don't want people to come and live there. They want people to study and go back home. US only has 20,000 H-1B visas for master students. And Canada is the only country which has a pathway and officially, giving immigrations to almost 500,000 people. Okay, so be careful, think about it, and if I was in your place, I would go for a second course. And in reality, Sandeep was asking from my team yesterday, I studied 2 years. When I came here many years ago, I came here as an international student. And I studied for 2 years because stakes were, I applied for my study visa when I was 38 and I'm 49 now. Okay.
And sir, what about the thing that I'm not sure about if my DLI changed or not, because
that is fine, Betty, no issues. Once you update automatically, it will be it is you've done your due diligence, so no issues on that.
Because I haven't done anything when I arrived here about the DLI change. I just asked my consultancy at the college, and they said to me, this is not like you are anyhow you are going to take another course, so you don't need to
that's
change
fine.
anything.
No issues. It generally you should do, but it is not something which you will be seriously penalized, so don't worry about that. Okay,
sir, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, take care. Yeah, Sandeep, Gokul is here. You can exit, Sandeep, and
yeah, thank you.
Get on your work. I think join after half an hour. Gokul, what time are you planning to go?
By 9:30, sir.
9:30. So Sandeep, join after 2 hours, okay?
Okay, sir, cool.
If I need anything, I'll let you know. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think Saurav is here. Saurav, are you from CIP, Saurav, or no?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Hi,
Divya,
you
please, if you
remember
don't
me?
mind.
We
Yes,
spoke
yes.
a long
Saurav
time
from
ago.
Orissa, one of our students from Lambton College. Saurav, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Saurav, you're all comfortable with your video?
Yes, yes. I'm at my workplace actually.